I like to eat salmon, and many people love salmon too. In the last 10 years, it seems like salmon become so popular all over the world. And in the same time, I heard a lot of negative side of salmon too. It make me scared to think about salmon or eating salmon. This summer, I have a chance to come to the area of Tacoma and Seattle, which is they call Puget Sound. It used to be the home of salmon for many thousand years. It's interesting to see, to hear what do people think about salmon in this area and what happened with salmon. They told me that before white people came here, the indigenous people here are Pul Olap and Miscoli. These two tribes, they live in this area for many thousand years. It's so fertile. It's full of big tree, big forest. Look at that tree. People can lie down on the stump of the trees. And they have a lot of salmon in this area. When white people came to this area, they start to do industrial farming. They have a lot of boats, a lot of nets, a lot of big tools to catch all the fish and sell it, make a lot of money from it. That is the declining of fish, of salmon in this area. And until now, this area in this Puget Sound between Tacoma and Seattle, there are less and less salmon in this area. Most of fishermen cannot catch fish in this area as before. So they have to travel to Alaska to catch salmon in Alaska. That's going to be very, very far away. And then if salmon in Alaska finish, that means wild salmon or natural salmon will be disappear. People love salmon. The demand for salmon increase every year. And now salmon were introduced to all over the world. Everybody want to try salmon. To respond to this big demand, they have to do GMO salmon. GMO salmon is very interesting because they use the genes of one kind of animal. It look like an eel. They live in the cold water. They call ocean pout. They use the gene of ocean pout mixed with Chinook salmon. They got GMO salmon. This new breed of salmon, they can grow faster than normal salmon 3 times because of they got the gene from ocean pout. Because in the blood of ocean pout, there's some kind of protein that they will not freeze in the cold climate. Even it's below freezing degree, it's still okay. That helps salmon to be able to grow all year round. That's why GMO salmon can grow faster than normal salmon 3 times. Normal salmon, they eat anchovy, they eat sardine. All these small fish, they have a lot of omega-3s. That is the reason that salmon has more omega-3. It's because of they eat a lot of fish, tiny fish with a lot of omega-3s. But the salmon from the farm, they have no chance to eat sardine or anchovy, but they eat corn and leftover parts of pigs from the slaughterhouse. Mainly is fat and guts and everything from the pigs. So the fat that we see, the big stripe on the salmon's meat, is come from the fat of the pigs. They have less omega-3 or no omega-3 in salmon's farm. Some people told me that salmon farm cause a lot of problem for salmon because they have a lot of salmon in one farm, and then they use a lot of food to feed them, and leftover food and their poop and everything cause a lot of disease and sickness for the fish. To make the business survive, they need to use a lot of strong chemical to control the sickness. That's why some people say that salmon farm contain chemical higher than normal food 5 times. That's quite scary to think about it. And then the problem that we have now, they said, is sea lice. Sea lice is a kind of rice that they stuck on the side of the fish and they eat the blood of the fish. Sea lice spreading very fast after they have salmon farm. It's spreading from the farm. So we found a fisherman here. He said it's so hard to get salmon now. He fish all day. He maybe got only 1 or 2 salmon only because it's not a lot like in the past anymore. Since they have the salmon farm nearby, and then the disease, the sea lice spreading so fast. You can see every fish that he caught now, they always have sea lice on the fish. You can see even this one. It's so tiny and it's stuck on the skin of the salmon, and it lay fat on the skin and they suck the blood. The sea lice, when attached to the baby fish, it make the baby fish cannot grow, and many of them die. So the big fish will not die, but they don't grow well. That's a problem. They said in America there are only inland salmon farm. They don't allow to have farm in the ocean. But in Canada, neighbor, they allow to have salmon farm in the ocean. Every river, if they have salmon farm in front of the river, they have a lot of sea lice and disease spreading. Very few salmon survive in that river. Mainly they die before they can go to the top of the river. They die before they can lay eggs. That is the cause of decreasing of the salmon population now. So a lot of sickness, a lot of sea lice spreading from the farm to wild salmon. This is the big problem that nobody think about it, because salmon is the big business. It involves a lot of money. All of bad news, all negative side is not on the media. So it's quite scary. One day our wild salmon will extinct, and then we will have only GMO salmon in the farm. That means they can control our salmon forever. These are all the information that I heard from people around here about salmon. It's quite sad to think about it. I don't know how much you know about salmon. If you know more than me, please share more your information. I love to know more because I love salmon. Salmon is good. How can we help to save wild salmon?